Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. You heard this song?
Okay, I swore up and down that I had never heard this song. And you're like, you had to have heard this.
You had to
So I
have heard
started
this.
playing it. I was like, no, I've never freaking heard this song. You're like, go to the chorus. I was like, oh, everybody's heard this song.
This song is all over the place.
Here, there's a caveat to that. Because I've never listened to this whole song. I know this from like a commercial or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that like, was it in a commercial, a car commercial or something?
Dude, probably. It was all over the place.
Or maybe like a TikTok like clip. Or
Can I be honest with you? The first time I heard like the chorus, I was like, oh, this is probably a banger. And then it's one of those songs that like, oh my God, it's like, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. Okay. And I'm the type of person like, I just never took the time to sit and listen to it. I'm like, if I'm going to be force fed it every single day, I'm not going to sit down and listen to the whole thing. You know, even the other day my daughter had a friend over and I made them dinner and they're sitting there. I was like, you guys want to listen to some music while we were thing? And she was like, yes, play Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. Her little friend did. And I was like, so everybody loves the song. I've never taken the time to listen to the whole thing.
Or I just know that one little snippet because like I fast forward a little bit. I was like, yeah, I've never heard this. So here we are. We're going to do a reaction to this song. I'm already intrigued and dare I say thrilled. This is just such a beautiful imagery and scenery.
It is. And before we start, I'm Paper Chase.
And it's the one and only Diamond on One. We're back with another reaction just for you.
That's right, baby.
Let's
get into it.
For a while there it was rough, but lately I've been doing better than the last 4 cold Decembers I recall. And I see my family every month. I found a girl my parents love. She'll come and stay the night, and I think I might have it all. And I thank God every day for the girl He sent my way. But I know the things He gives me, He can take away.
Damn.
And I hold you every night, and that's a feeling I wanna get used to. But there's no man as terrified as the man who stands to lose you. Oh, I hope I don't lose you. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please don't take. I found my mind, I'm feeling sane.
Yeah, listening to the whole first verse really brought into perspective how good this song is and how real it is and filled with raw human emotion. Because when you hear just that chorus over and over and you don't really have the perspective of what it's about, it's hard to appreciate the song writing in a whole.
It's one of those songs where like I recognize it, but I honestly, if you were like, what is he saying there? What is the chorus? I would be like, hey,
you never listened to
like,
it.
Yeah, it's just like it was background noise. So like if like seriously, like if you were to tell me like, hey, $1 million, what is that chorus saying? I'd be like, ooh.
I don't mean this in the general sense because I'm going to use this term.
Like, pour hot sugar on me. You know, I don't know, I just mix it up.
Yeah, I'm going to use this term, and I don't mean this. I'll say it quickly, but I don't mean this in the general sense. But like you know the term a victim of their own success.
Yeah,
I'm sure he has all kinds of bangers because he has an absolutely just wonderful voice and a style, and he's young, and I'm sure everybody loves him. I'm sure he has great hits, but like it's one of those songs that it was almost like too good of a chorus that it went so crazy that like people like me didn't give it the time of day. Which obviously it's like, who cares? Millions and millions of people loved it. That's the point. But in my taste profile, it's like it didn't fit that normal, like something I would stop and listen to because it was just too good.
There are a bunch of songs that kind of get pushed into this weird zone or this weird box because they get picked up and they become famous, and a snippet becomes part of a commercial. Like there was there's a group called Royksop, and do you remember those old like Geico commercials with cavemen on them?
Mm-hmm.
So they played that in one of the commercials, and it became very well known, but then it was forever associated with that commercial. It's like, oh, that's from the caveman commercial. It's like, no, that's a great like electronic band from Sweden. You know what I mean? But they kind of just got known for that for a lot of people, you know?
Gotcha.
And so I could see where that's one of those things where the chorus like stands out and it kind of gets associated with.
Well, the chorus has all the elements of being just a mainstream banger because it's got
but then these verses are beautiful.
Yeah, the verses are what's really getting me right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I found my mind, I'm feeling sane. It's been a while, but I'm finding my faith. If everything's good and it's great, why do I sit and wait till it's gone? Oh, I tell you, I know I've got enough. I've got peace and I've got love, but I'm up at night thinking I just might lose it all. You, I need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got.
And this man is just riddled with anxiety.
Oh God, it's so funny that you say that, man.
Let's finish it up though. There's 12 seconds left.
I just wanted to pause because the scenery is so beautiful. Like this
good point.
This video is so beautiful from the opening shot. It's very simple, but just even the concept of them like pulling up their, instruments and performing on top of the, rocks with the scenery in the background. I just love it. It's so funny that you said that because I'm having like I'm having mixed reactions to this song.
Okay.
Because one of them is just like, it's at the very first verse, I was like, it's so wonderful that he's like acknowledging like how wonderful his life is and these things that he has. And he says, what the Lord, gives, he can take away essentially. I know that what the Lord gives you, he can take away. And I was like, oh, it's great that he's like recognizing what he has, breathing it in, but then also having the gratitude to say that this isn't forever and it could be lost. But then the second verse, I was like, man, this is kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this fear. And it's even more so. I even started chuckling because the person who sent us this video, it's just funny to me because I'm like, this motherfucker needs to listen to this song and take it to heart because we have a good friend and this is him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just constantly, I don't want to put him on blast, but he's constantly riddled with anxiety about you're over there just chuckling.
I just can't believe you'd go there. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's true.
Yeah.
I literally, and it's more so true because we have conversations about it all the time. Because he's aware of it. He's very self-aware. He understands it. And he was saying it today. He's like, I know I need to like relax. He's like, I just don't know how. And there's a part of me like, I get angry. I'll be completely honest. I get angry sometimes because I'm like, you have it so fucking good. Just breathe it in. And I also know that there's like, it's weird because it's a double-edged sword because the anxiety is what drives him for achievement and pushes him to accomplish the things that he does in life, but then he's unable to appreciate it. And I guess the reason it's so, I don't even want to say hard, but I get kind of angry because I'm like, objectively, you are in an amazing place. Your life is going great and you can enjoy it. And I had a phone call with my friend this morning that's like, I'm worried about him, like really worried, because he was telling me like how hard he's got it and he might lose his house, and he's doing
a different friend, right?
A different friend.
Oh, okay.
So in 2 conversations, I have like one for my friend who's struggling. You know, he just went through a divorce. He's doing everything in power to keep his business floating. He's out there working every day hard, and he's calling me and saying like, dude, I don't know if I can keep going. I know I have to because I have 2 kids, but I'm telling you right now, like, you know, I don't know if I can keep doing this. And I'm like, dude, I love you. No matter what happens, like, don't give up. Like, you know, I'm here for you. Don't ever feel, because he was like, you know, I don't want to call you with my negativity. I'm like, dude, I have those moments in life where I just feel like, how did I get here? What choices did I make? You know, where did I go wrong to be sitting next to this guy doing reactions?
See what I deal with? He just has to throw in a little fucking jab right there.
You're always jabbing me.
But
this is one of the best things I have going for me, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
Let me throw all the like deprecating jokes aside, but this is actually, you know, something that's going great in my life, and I'm very grateful for it. But sorry for the long-winded rant, but that's what I'm seeing in the song when you said that anxiety, to have those 2 conversations literally hours apart, where it's like, man, like, you gotta relax and enjoy the things and not be so fearful.
I think the first verse was definitely more like showing his appreciation and kind of laying the scenery for how good his life is. You know, like, yeah, I mean, I guess the song started out like, you know, things were rough there for a while, you know, but like they're doing better, you know. So clearly he's struggled with whatever it might be before, mental health issues, whatever. But, you know, he found his girl, his parents love her, like, and like you said, it could all go away in a minute. And then that second verse, dude, I totally agree with what you're saying. Is like, as beautiful as the song was, it was like that, like him acknowledging that, like, he's like almost irrationally fearful about like losing all that he has been given, because it's going so good, but he knows what living in the dark is. Yeah. And he doesn't, please don't put me back there, God, please. And like, that's some people like I know neither of us were like raised with a lot of money. So we have, you know, a different sense of like work ethic and what we need to do. This is just an example, like what we have to do to raise money. So we know what it's like to not have anything and what it's like to have stuff. And that's why like we fight so hard for what we have. But there's a lot of people out there who were born with everything. They don't know. And when they hit, you know, a tough time, they don't have that fear and that anxiety and something that'll push them further. And it could be the same with relationships. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you've been in a relationship since you were, you know, in high school, freshman year of high school, and you're with this person forever, you probably don't have those same fears. But when you're coming from a space where like you're alone for a really long time, then you find somebody that you actually love and makes like brings the light back into your life. Like, you're terrified of losing that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I mean, that's a great way of putting it, because it is scary. I think whenever you would take that leap of faith and, you know, say, okay, I'm going all in, like, and a lot of people get stopped. I see a lot of people in my life who have gone through that and they never really open up, or they, you know, they keep that distance from people, and, you know, because of that fear. And so then they're never able to have like a real meaningful relationship, because as soon as it starts to get too real, then they like push them away. And I think that's part of it. It's like when you've been hurt or you have loss in your life or you've gone through dark periods, the fear of going back to that place or losing that person that you care so much about is just like absolutely terrifying. I'm a pretty, I guess, I don't know if you call it like brave, like open person in that sense. Like I'm just willing to go all in. And it's like, because of that, like I've had a lot of relationships in my life that ended up not good, between not just like, you know, love relationships, but like friendships where I'm just like, hey, you know what? I see something in you. You seem like an awesome person. I'm going to put my faith in you and my trust in you. And a lot of times I've been burnt because it's like, oh, you know, a lot of times people take advantage of that. They're like, oh yeah, you know, I could just you know, this person's like trusting. They'll let me in their house. They'll fucking give me money if I ask for it. Like, you know, but then also I have so many great relationships because of that, you know, because I was willing to take that risk and be like, hey, let's just fucking dive in and start a business. You know what I mean? If you don't take those risks, then a lot of times you don't get the payoff either. The one thing that really resonates with me with this, the irrational fear that I had never experienced before in my life, was with Silver, with my son. That's the only time where I've been like, oh my God, if something happened to him, like, I don't know if I could go on. That was the first time I ever felt fear like that.
Yeah.
Because everything else I felt like
being a parent
I could live through. That was the first time where I got that terror of like, please don't ever take that from me, because that's the one thing that like, and this might sound fucked up, but every other relationship in my life, I'm like, you know, I think I could move on from that, and like, you know, it would suck obviously, but the one relationship where I was like, I don't know if I could rebuild, or the one person that was the first time, you know, that I experienced that feeling.
Yeah, I think that's a fear most parents have. I mean, you know, we talked about this before, I was never fearful of anything until I had a kid. And then it's like, oh God, I'm terrified of like fucking up life. But, you know, I feel like what you were saying before, like I'm the opposite. Like I don't really let people in unless like I feel like, unless there's already some established way. I don't even know. It's hard to say, but I don't really like let most people close to me. It's something I've always struggled with.
Yeah.
I used to be a lot less jaded, and then I had some really bad experiences with like exes, you know, and friends. Friend, you know, girl I dated for 2 years, and then the day we broke up, she got with my best friend, and they dated for 3 years after that. Like, you know, just being completely screwed over. So it's made me really jaded, but that's something I'm kind of working on, but it's still, you know, it's hard for me to get super close to new people. And, you know, like I'll be friendly with all kinds of people, but like to be like really close with somebody is something I'm, you know, I'm the person I'm closest with is my baby mama. And we're like trauma bonded, but you know, it's still one of those things like, I know when I find the right person, I probably will have a lot of that fear. You know what I mean? Because I've been like single for 2 years now. You know what I mean? And before that, my relationship was with this girl that was like long distance, and we were like in love or whatever, but it was like, I always knew it was fleeting. You know, like it wasn't a forever thing.
Yeah.
So I already can relate with this song. I mean, maybe not in this exact moment, but I know someday that this song's going to resonate to me on a scary level.
There you have it, folks.
Yeah.
Well, there, you know, we're just going to open up and just share all of our deepest, darkest secrets, fears, desires.
And maybe one of you watching right now is
going to be the one that's going to, you know,
break my future
that wall
boyfriend
down.
or girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not actually bisexual, but I'm starting to lose faith, and I might just...
Trisexual? You'll try anything once?
Except dogs. All right. We had to try to throw on a joke there at the end. But hey, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. And if you want to join us on this journey of discovering new music, old music, everything in between, hit that subscribe button.
That's right. And we will see you on the next one. Peace.